Paul is saying, fight the good fight of faith. When we look at some persons in the Bible that fought, we know the story of Esther, how Esther was picked from her home by her uncle Mordecai. We know how Esther suffered and what she passed through and how she became king. And we know how Haman planned to eliminate the Jews. And when we look at the book of Esther chapter 4 verse 16, we all know it. Esther had to go say, tell my people to do what? To fast and pray for 3 days without food or water. I myself will equally do same. And what was that dangerous word she used? She said, if I perish, I perish. Esther was a lady that started like you before she got married. Esther didn't have a father. She didn't have a mother. But God picked her and she became a queen. And when she saw that her people were about to be killed, she said, no, this is not time for me to wear my crown. This is not time for me to dress like a queen. This is not time for me to order my maids and eat good food and drink good wine. If I don't do anything at this point in time, my family, my country, my everything will be eliminated. I want you to understand that God brought you into the distinct daughters because God wants you to become a light in your family. You are not, it is not just by accident. It is not something that just happened. You are seated here this morning because God wants to use you to bring light into your family. God wants to use you to turn around the situation of your family. God wants to use you to turn around the situation of your home. God wants to use you to turn around the situation of your community. Imagine that small Esther became a queen and she went into prayers for 3 days without food, without water. How much sacrifice can you make to see that your family is being liberated from the host of Satan, the devil? Paul speaking in the book of Ephesians 6:12. He says what? Put on the whole armor of what? Of God. Put it on every day. Before you go to work, at school, before you sleep, at all times. He says put it on that you may be what? Put it on. The whole armor of faith. I want us to look at that place. Ephesians chapter 6. Sorry. Finally, verse 10. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his might. 11 says, put the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against what? The fiery darts, against the works, against the activities of Satan, the devil. For you to fight this fight, you must put on the whole armor of what? Of faith. I don't know how many of us, I believe every one of us must have watched Jesus films. You started as a small child, is it not? We watch during Christmas, we watch during Easter, the death. You see the Roman soldiers, they have their what? Their what? Helmets. They have the shield, they have the sword, they have the belt, they have the shoe. They dress well. And Paul was using this, that as Christians, as distinct daughters, we must put these things on. We must put them on daily basis. Therefore, 13 says, take the whole armor of God that you may be able to stand in the evil days. We are in the evil days, and you must put on this armor to be able to stop the devil. Imagine as I am talking, and I come before you and I tell you, see you will never succeed in life. I will make sure I will fight you. You will not get married. You will not have a child. You will not go to school. You will not get any business. Nothing good will come your way. What do you do to me? And so that is what the devil has told you. The devil has said you will not succeed. Nothing good will come out of you. And what do you do to the devil? You don't fold your arms. Some of us begin to cry. And I hate this song we sing. Oh, Thomas Sirigi Noga di remote. We cry and we sing it. What do we do? No. How many of our young guys today, how many of us as a young girl, you went to a company to get a job, and as you got there, the director says, just one stand. I don't waste time. 2 minutes, I'm okay. And you are getting a job of 500,000 monthly. How many of us will look at him and tell him, sir, I am a child of God, I can't? How many of us? 500,000 self, now big money. 50K. The devil will not tell you how the economy is. And the devil will tell you the things going on in your family. How you have been aside every weight and sin which clings so easily, and let us run the perseverance, the race that is set before us. We have come that the Lord will strengthen us, that those sins that easily beset us, that those sins that easily weigh us down, that the Lord will strengthen us to do what? To fight against them. What are they? Anger, bitterness, hatred, malice, unforgiveness, worldliness, competition, envy. As you came to this place now, you're weighing everybody. You're looking at everybody. Next meeting, I don't know for where that my shoe. This guy wear and come. Oh, I make mistake. I can't wear this one. Those are the things we do. In our hearts, we compete. We weigh people on scale. We look at them. As the person sitting by your side, you just use one small eye. Look at yourself. Look at. I try. At least this dress match. Look. And those are the things we do. And the devil is cheating us with them. Sometimes it could be anger. Sometimes it could be unforgiveness. Paul was speaking, and he says that we should do what? Lay them what? Because they had faith in God. People like Daniel, they were thrown into the lion's den because they had faith. Little challenges, difficulties that come our way, we compromise our faith. And what do we do after